Hey guys, welcome back to SkinnyBru Rugby. So my computer is working again, though it is sounding a little bit strange, but yeah, it is working again. The first game we are talking about this weekend is the Stormers versus the Pumas, and it is gonna be a tough one, I think, because the Pumas are on the up. The Stormers, they had their first game out last weekend. They didn't play too greatly, if I have to say so myself. They are playing in Nelspruit Mbombela Stadium, clear skies, 29 degrees Celsius, 12 kilometers per hour, wind not too windy. Then as Marius van der Westhuizen as the referee, he does tend to have a couple of mistakes every now and then, but not too bad overall. History does favour the Stormers though. The last time the Pumas beat the Stormers, well, the Western Province, was in 2017. It's obviously the first time these two actually do play against each other, so let's see how things go in this game, because there is a lot more Springboks that would usually be in a Western Province side. Looking at the two teams, there's a couple of changes. At number one for the Stormers, Kitshoff is out because of some COVID protocol. Him and Tubeni was in close contact with someone, so they are out with isolation. Leon Lyons comes in. Abraham Leroux, he comes in at number two for the Pumas. He's a very experienced guy. I think he has about 120 senior caps for basically every team in South Africa. Most of them for the Griquas though. Morgan Nodia and Kramer, they've been scrumming pretty well, but they are going up against a pretty strong scrum. I don't know how Lions will do though, because he didn't play last week, so yeah, kind of unknown commodity there. But Frans Malherbe and Mbunambi, we know what we're going to get there. Mbunambi with his brutes. Then in the second row, Chris Van Zyl, he comes in just as a positional switch, just a rotation, nothing more. Salman Murat is also with him there. That's a strong second row. Then Landberg and Van Vieren, or Janssen Van Vieren, they were a strong combo last week for the Pumas, especially Janssen Van Vieren when he came on as the captain. We get to the loose forwards. I think that loose forward combo of the Pumas really ticked last week with Rudolph moving to number 8, especially Engelbrecht going to number 7. I think they utilize him there very powerfully. He is a strong runner with the ball, gets over the gain line and a very big tackler for them. Rudolph, we know what we get with him. He's going to get over the ball and steal it a couple of times for them. With the Stormers, we have Siya Kolisi, Van Ryn and Augustus. I can't wait to see Augustus and Engelbrecht running into each other somewhere in the game. It's bound to happen. We know that is going to happen. Herschel Jantjies and Smuts, both of them very busy number 9s. Jantjies, probably the busier one of the two. Damian Willemse and Forshia going up against each other. That's opposite sides of the spectrum when you get to number 10s. Willemse, he's the running type of number 10, likes a couple of fancy moves and flicks and passes and steps and that type of stuff. For sure, he's the number 10 that just gets the ball out wide, does his job, gets the ball to the right people to score tries, and he is very, very consistent with the boot. Willemse, on the other hand, yeah, maybe looking at a 60%, 70% conversion rate in this game. Let's hope it is better for Stormers fans. Then we get to the center pairing. I think the center pairing for the Pumas worked better this week or last week when they played against the Griquas. Everyone expected them to lose. Come on, you can admit it now. We did expect them to lose. They did beat them, and I think a big part of that was their center pairing. They are going up against a young combination, or more or less young, with Rikus Pretorius and then Du Plessis. Du Plessis, I thought he played pretty well last week. Rikus Pretorius, he played really well as well, with the little ball he did get though, but I think there is signs of what they can do. The wingers, Neil Maritz and then Etienne Taljaard, I think they switched this week. I think last week they were other way around. Edwin van der Merwe, he comes in for Sergil Peterson, who is injured. He's probably going to be out for a while for the Stormers. Lylan Zas, he's on the other wing. We haven't seen much of him in a while for the Stormers. He did play last week though. And then at the fullback, two exciting guys. I talk about Devin Williams every week when I talk about the Pumas. He is an exciting guy. There's a reason he basically starts every game for them. He's Mr. Consistent for them. He's going to get a couple of steps in. He's going to field the ball at fullback. So him up against Gelant, he has a tendency of some games not being too good, but he's on a new leaf being at the Stormers. Every game he has played for them so far, he has done something good. So let's see how he goes up against Devin Williams. Then we get onto the benches. Quite a few changes for the Stormers, but I have to say their bench isn't finalized yet. We don't really know who is going to be there. They did say they're only going to finalize it on Friday, so yeah, a lot of speculation that I have to go through then there. Solomon and Blueser, both of them younger guys joining Fushia in the front row. So I don't know how their scrum is going to go in the second half. The Pumas might try to actually capitalize on that with Westart, Hendricks and Backhouse. Backhouse played pretty well when he did come on last week. Then Schikkeling, he will want to make an impression when he comes on. Like I said, it's just a switch this week, nothing more. Kaba, who's the number 20 for the Stormers, he has Springbok written all over him. Neil Murray, the number 21 for the Pumas, he is the ex-Cheetah player. I thought he played pretty well a couple of weeks ago when he played at inside center. He is actually a number 10. And then Yaku Kutsia being back for the Stormers from his little injury he had. That's a good recovery for them, a good guy just to have back in their side. Don't know where he is going to slot in though when everyone, they pick their form side. But yeah, Yaku Kutsia is back, Masemla is there as well, and then Hasnar and Tristan Lates can also start, Suil can also play. Who knows how their bench is going to look. Okay guys, obviously the favourites here are the Stormers, without a doubt. They're the team with all the Springboks, but the Pumas last week, they played really well. I thought they outplayed the Griquas by a mile. The score maybe didn't show it too much, but to me in this game, even if the Pumas are at home, the Stormers, they probably need to win this one a little bit more than the Pumas. The Stormers also, they did only play one game so far last week. Is probably not the best representation of themselves, so they will probably improve a lot on last week. So I do see the Stormers winning by, let's say, 17 points, but it could go a lot of ways. But yeah, history doesn't favor the Pumas, does it? Okay guys, that's it for this video. Check out these videos next to me. Hit the subscribe button if you do enjoy the channel. And then also, there is a Patreon page if you do want to support it. And then I'll see you for the next one. Cheers.